If Nazi Germany, under Adolf Hitler, had won World War II, the world would be a drastically different and far darker place. A world dominated by the Axis powers, Nazi hegemony in Europe. Germany would have established a vast empire across Europe, likely based on Hitler's vision of a new order. This would have involved territorial expansion, annexing territories deemed Germanic and establishing puppet states in others. The Generalplan Ost envisioned the ethnic cleansing of vast swathes of Eastern Europe to create living space Lebensraum for German settlers. Racial hierarchy. The Nazi ideology of racial superiority would be enforced, with Germans at the top and other inferior races, particularly Jews, Slavs, Roma, and others, facing persecution, enslavement, or extermination. The Holocaust would have continued and likely expanded. Suppression of democracy and freedom. Democratic institutions would be dismantled, and individual freedoms would be crushed under totalitarian Nazi rule. Censorship, surveillance, and brutal repression of any dissent would be the norm. Japanese dominance in Asia. Imperial Japan would have likely achieved its Greater East Asia co-prosperity sphere, dominating East and Southeast Asia. This would have meant continued brutal occupation, exploitation of resources, and suppression of local populations. Italian gains in Africa, Italy, under Mussolini, would have likely gained more territories in North and East Africa, though likely as a junior partner to Germany. A radically altered global order, the United States isolated. Without the Allied victory, the US would have faced a world dominated by hostile powers. Its influence would be significantly reduced, potentially leading to a more isolationist stance or a prolonged Cold War-like scenario with a far more powerful Axis. Technological stagnation in some areas. While Nazi Germany had advanced technology in some fields, their ideological constraints and focus on military might have stifled progress in other areas. The free exchange of scientific ideas would have been severely limited. Economic disruption. Global trade would be dictated by the Axis powers, likely structured to benefit them. Countries outside their sphere of influence would face significant economic disadvantages. Continued conflict and instability. Even with a formal victory, the underlying tensions and resentment against Axis domination would likely fuel resistance movements and potential future conflicts. The brutal nature of Nazi and Japanese rule would sow the seeds of long-term instability. In summary, a victory for Hitler's Germany in World War II would have ushered in a terrifying era of unprecedented tyranny, racial persecution, and global domination by aggressive, totalitarian regimes. The consequences for human rights, freedom, and the overall trajectory of the 20th and 21st centuries would have been catastrophic.